Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, we're live. I'm sorry. I'm watching my daughter's Instagram and she is at the Beyonce concert. Ah! All right. Back to to the tune. All right. So happy Friday to you and also you. As you can see, I'm excited, right? Oh my gosh. I am literally just like hooked on energy, right? And Beyonce, my daughter, they all have energy. And this morning, I'm here with my every single Friday. It Elevate 360. We are a holistic wellness center, and we work with, we partner with, we empower women over 40 that are struggling with things like their relationships, their finances, their money, their health and wellness, right? The way they look. And most people have gone through some type of trauma or tragedy. I like to call it a traumedy. Trust me, some people think it's a comedy. It's far from funny. So we kind of just like flip the script on all those things. And every single Friday, we like to come in and just share some insights. Now, last week, we finished our 21-day challenge. And ooh, baby, let me tell you, it was amazing. The joy, the energy, right? Because I'm not sure if I'm the only one who sometimes struggle with looking in the mirror and just like, ooh, look at this, ooh, look at that, or your clothes fitting too tight and it's really frustrating. You just feel like giving up, but you have to take each single day at a time. And the 21-day challenge that we did, it's so great because it's a group of like-minded women who are going for the same results, being healthy and being fit. Right. So in our holistic wellness center, we do all sorts of things. And the thing that makes us unique and just wonderfully different than everyone else in the world, the first thing I like to say is that we're all faith-based. And for me, that's super, super important. Where is she? Here she is. What do I call her? My Bible. I'm a little Bible thumper right here. So every day I just love to start in the word, and we have fitness classes, online fitness classes, and we start with some type of morning devotional. And I love the fact that everyone has a voice, right? It's not like, well, you're the boss, you share it all. Because just shared this morning, we were having class, and I usually read from this little devotional book, and I read it, and I was like, okay, let's start working out. And one of our girls, Carla, she's like, that was too fast. And I was like, after she said it, I was like, yeah, I just kind of read it. We didn't embrace it. We didn't talk about it. And we started talking about faith, right? And it seems like these days everyone's talking about faith, like faith of a mustard seed, just having faith in God, faith in yourself. That's the most important thing, right? When you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, it just makes life so much easier. And that's what we do in our community. So we have online fitness classes, and we're just growing and growing with our coaches, with our leaders, because it's not just me. I can't do this by myself. And I always say, whatever your dream is, whatever your target is, because I don't like to say goal. Goal just seems like something that's just going to go on and on and on. It's just like forever. But a target is something that you're shooting for, right? Think of a bullseye. You got the big bullseye there with the red in the center, and you throw your arrow or whatever you're throwing. If it's an axe, I don't care. And you kind of get on the outside of that little red target. Well, you have to move it over some. That's how it is with the things you have in your life. And next week, I am having a recap, a reset, a Q2 vision board visual reset event. So make sure you go to my link so you can sign up for that. It's absolutely free, because sometimes we need to get back on target of where we want to go, because you have to have plans, right? So we have our online fitness studio. We also have something new. It's not new. It's like new, old. It comes, it goes, because I've always loved, I haven't always loved reading, but in these past few years of personal development, I love reading books, listening to audiobooks. And Mindy is like my sister when it comes to reading, the audibles and all that stuff. And she started our book club, and we are starting her up again, our book club. And this month, the book that we are reading again, and you can read this book every month and still learn something, is The 4 Agreements. If you've never heard of this book, you can go right on YouTube and download the link, The 4 Agreements. So starting next week, she's going to be doing that. I think it's Wednesday night. I don't know, but it'll be linked somewhere in our everywhere. So we have our book club, and this is going to help in the personal development. We also have our walking/running club, and that's right on your phone from the Nike running app. And I decided to do this because years ago, when I was in a dark, heavy place and I wasn't too happy, I was really kind of sad. My Aunt Donna said, well, Tina, join a running club. everyone that runs their happy people. And I was like, hey, but I could rarely do that because I always teach classes on Saturdays. So I decided to start my own running club, and it's virtually, right? So we are all on here, and I want to invite you, if there's something that you want and you can't find it anywhere, create your own, right? Join a group, collab with people. Collaboration is the new revolution. I always say that. So we have our book club, we have our running club, we also have different challenges. Every month we have a 21-day challenge to reset you. This current week, we are in maintenance week. So we're maintaining maintenance of what we did before, what we're getting ready for. Now next week, ooh, baby, that is prep week. We are prepping for our 21-day challenge. And this one's going to be cute. And it's great. You know, I was just talking about Beyonce. You guys caught me on my phone. My daughter went to the Beyonce, I got to say it like that, concert last night. And it is I'm not going to say Beyonce. It's a Freakum Girl Dress 21-day challenge. In the beginning, you're going to put on a dress. And after 21 days, you're going to put it on again. You know what I realized this morning? When you have more time to do stuff, you kind of go a little slower and it's less that you do. And I say that because normally we have classes and classes end at 6:30. I come here, I get dressed, and we go live. Now this morning I was like, I want to take I want to make sure I put some time into getting dressed. So I ended class a little bit early. And it still just took me even more time. The point of that conversation is whatever time you have, think about it as if you have to get it right done in there. And that comes with your health and wellness and your goals. So I'm going to bring my crew up right now because between the three of us, we are conquering. We are just really crushing all of this stuff when it comes to health and wellness. So Renee, Carlissa, come on in, ladies. Let's rock, let's roll today. How you doing? How you feeling? Hey!
Good morning.
Also,
Hey.
this is May, Mental Health Awareness Month. Before we get on to our topics, I want you guys to introduce yourself and just share, what does mental health mean to you? Because I'm not saying this is a new thing. It's a new thing that we're talking about more freely. Years ago, it was like kind of hidden in the closet. We're not going to say anything. We're not going to do anything. So Renee, what does it mean to you? And then Carlissa.
So to me, mental health is
And introduce yourself first also, because some people don't know who you are, girlfriend.
Good morning. I am Renee, and I am the accountability coach at Elevate 360. I do all of the things to help our clients stay on track to achieve their goals. And regarding mental health awareness, to me, it means much more than a person who may have a cognitive impairment. It's about being able to truly.
Can you explain cognitive impairment? That's kind of like a $7, $8, $9 word, $10 word. I'm like, cognitive. Go ahead.
Something wrong with the brain, that, for example, a person is born with a brain impairment or as a result of an accident that cannot be changed, as opposed to what mental health means to me is the ability to truly live a happy life and to be able to handle issues that come up as a part of just living life.
I love that. Thank you, Renee. And I think the reason why I asked that, because I used to get confused a little bit when people talked about depression. Your nails look nice, Carlissa, by the way. When they talk, let me see them, girl. Carlissa. Ow! Yes, they are popping, girl. I love it. I'm sorry, guys, I get detracted. Anyway, when you were saying that, like years ago, I would think depression would be like, oh, you're just sad, get over it, do some exercise and move. But it's a chemical imbalance in the brain. So I understand, so I just want to make sure that's different with everyone. Carlissa, tell us who you are and what does mental health mean to you?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I am Carlissa. I am your nutrition coach. I am your go-to girl to help you make sure you're getting the right stuff in your body and you're not putting the wrong stuff in, okay? So mental health to me, kind of like what Renee said there, you have the cognitive part of it, but then you have the chemical imbalances. So for me, it just means filling your cup up. Like, sometimes with the depression or just taking care of yourself, sometimes it's okay. It's okay to be selfish and take care of yourself first, just so now you can be whole and complete and go out there and be great for everybody else. But it starts with being able to admit that something's going on inside and putting yourself first to get that, whatever that help means, whether it's professional, non-professional, whether it's just taking some downtime, but it's putting yourself first.
I love that. I love that. When I think of mental health, I think of when you look at the average person in the world, they're covering up what they're feeling. So their mental health isn't stable and they're using other things to make them feel good instead of just the naturalness of who they are, right? Like they may smoke cigarettes, they may overeat, they may do drugs, they may be obsessive with sex, different partners, just relationship after relationship. They're just not really getting to the root of the whole thing. So for this month, every Friday, we're going to come through. And when it comes to your health and wellness, I'll be talking about fitness, Carlos about nutrition, Renee accountability. When it comes to the mental health of it all, and I'll lead it off. You can end, Carlissa. Renee, you'll go next. So what I want to do for you guys today is with the mental health. I was having a conversation with a new person. So if you guys don't know, TMI, I know too much information. I am single and I'm dating. So I've been on dating apps, it seems forever. And I was talking to this individual, and I'm that person. I'm going to ask the hard questions, right? And I asked a question and the person just kept ditching and dodging from the question, right? And I'm just like, do you not want to talk about this? Like, what is the issue? And he's like, oh no, yeah, I was like, no, I don't know. Right. And then it just really got me to think, if someone is afraid to talk about something, then they haven't faced it themselves first. Right. So what I want you to do for yourself first, where's my little journal? Is start by journaling. That's not my tip for today, but journal what you're feeling, right? Because if you don't get it out, it's going to ruin relationships, and it's not going to help you have healthy relationships. I don't know about you, but I'm all about that healthy relationship, right? So come to the edge of your seat, and as you're at the edge of the seat, I want you to roll your shoulders back and take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale it out your mouth. You can close your eyes if you want. I'm going to close my eyes because it just makes it so much better. And this is going to be a very simple breath work right here. They call this lion's breath. So you're going to inhale through your nose, open your mouth, stick out your tongue side out. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale through your nose, open your mouth side out. We're going to do this again. Keep your eyes closed. Now, this time when you inhale, I want you to think about something that makes you smile, something that makes you feel good. It could be your wedding day, your husband, your children, a piece of chocolate cake, laying on the beach. I don't care. What is it that just makes you feel so good? It's like butterflies in your belly. And then when you exhale this time, I really want you to open your mouth wide like a lion. Stick out your tongue. And I want you to exhale any pain. If you have any aches in your body, let your breath go to that body. Exhale something that's not making you feel good. So one more time, inhale through your nose, open your mouth side out. One more time, guys. Inhale, exhale side out. Whew. Come back to me. I'm telling you guys, if I take time to really just sit and breathe, it's just like the tears start to whelp up, and we ain't got time for that right now. We got things to do. So hi, Brookie girl. She's got our lions there. So embrace that lion's breath, and let's rock, let's roll. Renee, you're up.
So yes, so what I want to do is talk about accountability in this aspect, and the person needing mental health help as well as the people around them have a role in the accountability. For the people who are around us, we need to be aware and notice changes that are out of context, and don't just say, oh, that's just them, that they'll be all right. No, if you feel something is off, say something. I always prefer to know that people will say something and they're wrong rather than not say something and then realize it's too late, right? So you always want to say something if you notice something difference in behavior. And then you want to particularly be aware of people who seem to have it all together at all times. That is not possible because we're all human beings. it's the strong people who are seemingly strong that you need to be aware of the most, because often they will suffer in silence because they don't want to inconvenience people, or they're still trying to help everybody else and they're telling themselves, oh, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But think of it like as weights on your shoulder, just like when we're in these workout classes. Like if you start with a little bit of weight and then you keep adding and adding without getting rid of any of the weight, then eventually it's just impossible to not crash, right? So that is why you want to be aware of people who, especially of people who are typically strong people. And also of course, I call my tag as be the change for a reason, because when we start showing compassion to other people and an awareness of other people, we are starting to change the next generation, because this country is in a mental health crisis. And if we want it to change for our children and on down the line, it's going to start with us. Now, for the people who are needing the help, they're accountable, because if you know that someone is reaching out to you trying to help, and all you're saying is, I'm good, I'm fine, and you're not opening up, well, that's going to push the people away, because if you can't have a dialogue with the people, then they can't help you. And then also, I'll end with this. When someone reaches out to help you, that's not the same as saying, okay, it's okay to trauma dump. It's a sign that the people want to find out what your issue is, so that they can help you to find the best solution to your issue. Thank you.
Very, very nice, Renee. I'm going to be quick with my responses that I wrote here because I know Carlissa is next. I liked what you said when you said if someone is in a normal state and they're doing something different. I tend to sometimes get mad. Like if I know someone's doing something and it's off. So I want to invite you, if someone's off, like she said, pause. That's my biggest thing. Pause and slow down. Me being from Jersey, we tend to just be like, boom, boom, boom. But if you just kind of pause and really listen to the person, look at it from their view, because there's always three sides to a story, their side, that side, and then what actually is happening, right? And then there might even be a fourth side of like the whole thing. So I love that right there. And the trauma dumping, I love that right there. Some people, if don't trauma dump, get a journal, write it out, videotape it, right? Like so you're up, Carlissa, no trauma dumping. We don't like that.
Woo, ladies, this conversation right here is a good one. Yes, trauma dumping. That was one of the things I said this year. I will no longer be your garbage can. You cannot dump on me no more. I refuse. I'm not taking it. Like, it's because when you're already like Renee said, check on your strong friends first sometimes. And we tend to we don't check on them. We go dump on them, and they're already dealing with some stuff and they're trying to keep their head above water. And now here you come. Okay, that's a whole other conversation. This conversation is great. But yeah, so when it comes to nutrition, I feel like this is a conversation that is not talked about when it comes to mental health. And nutrition is a key player when it comes to mental health, because proper nutrition actually supports proper brain function, whether that's from a cognitive perspective or whether it's from a chemical imbalance perspective. And consider a lot of the foods we eat have a lot of chemicals, and they impact us in a very negative way. So you don't even know that the foods that you're eating may be contributing to your depression, your mood swings, your lack of sleep, your stress. So we want to make sure that we're getting the proper nutrition in our body. We need the omega-3 fatty acids. We need the vitamin Bs. We need antioxidants, magnesium. We could go on, amino acids. All of these things help promote proper brain function, right? And we can get it from certain foods that we eat. And we're going to dig deep into that this month, because like Tina said, I'm having downloads right now. So I stole your tagline. I'm having a download. So we're going to talk about that this month, how we can get those essential nutrients into our diet so that it can help promote proper brain function and maybe even make us feel better. We can, we start having mood swings and everybody around us is like, what is wrong with this person? And yes, it could be something that we've got going on in our lives, but it could also be we're not eating the right stuff. We're eating a bunch of junk food. We're eating a bunch of processed foods that have the petroleums and the chemicals. And, there's also links to the foods that we eat contributing to, ADHD, all those things. So we're going to dig deep into that. And it's something that we really have to start talking about when it comes to mental health, because it is such a key player in our mental health and how we function.
I love that. Two things I want to reply to that. First of all, someone's watching this, Carlissa, and when you were saying magnesium, petroleum, blah, 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 I heard wah, 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 wah. For people that are like, how do I know what I need? I'm assuming you're going to say, what would you say people, how would someone know what to take or what to do?
Okay.
When it comes
so
to
the
that?
First thing you need to do is find out what you need, because not everybody is deficient in these things, but a lot of us are. And that's the thing. We don't know that we're deficient in the vitamin Bs and the vitamin Ds and the magnesiums. So we should all, no matter what age we are, if we're itty bitty babies all the way up to if we're 100 years old, we should be going to our doctor at least once a year and getting an annual checkup. And our annual checkup, the doctor is going to do a blood panel work. Ask your doctor to check me for every vitamin deficiency or mineral deficiency. Have your doctor check you for everything. That's the first thing. That way you will know, because most of us are walking around with especially vitamin D and magnesium deficiencies. And that plays a part in so many, from diabetes to all different types of things. So we can dig deeper. I know we're on a time crunch, so I'm not going to go too deep, but that's the first step. Get your checkup annually when you do have your doctor check you for these deficiencies. Now, if you are deficient, your doctor will, they'll tell you what to take, how much to take. They can even prescribe it if you like. Otherwise, if you just want, take a multivitamin, or, there are over-the-counter things you can get, I would definitely suggest looking up the proper dosage and taking the dosage according to what the bottle says if you feel like you are deficient in some of these minerals. But the best way to get it is through the foods you eat. Cut out the junk and let's get some natural whole foods in our body, because a lot of our fruits, vegetables have these vitamin. When it comes to vitamin D, get your butt out the house and go get some sunshine, okay? You get the vitamin D right there. God provides it for us almost every day unless it's cloudy. So you can get that just by walking outside.
I love it. If you're listening in, I am Tina. We're Elevate 360, and Carlissa has a nutrition holistic business. If you like what you're hearing, every Tuesday night at 7:30 you got to join our community though. She does a workshop every Tuesday night, and she has different topics. She also does one-on-one accountability. So if you're watching this and you have diabetes, she is the diabetes expert. We're not going to go into details. You can go to her website, but she's a diabetes expert, the nutrition when it comes to high blood pressure, high cholesterol. If you're struggling with that, or you know someone who's struggling with that, contact her. You can just DM us somehow. Also, she will be doing a workshop next week. I'm so excited because we're prepping for our next 21 day, guys. So we're just going to give you content so that when it's time for that 21 day, you're ready to come in. Because with our 21 day challenge, you get 3 coaches, right? I'm going to be doing the exercise. Carlissa's going to be what kind of English is that? Carlissa's going to be working on nutrition, and Renee's the accountability. So when you do this program, it's all 3 of us. When you sign up today, you get 2 weeks. Well, now it's 1 week free. The 21 day challenge is $147, or you can join our community, which is $97 a month, which gives you everything that we have here. Lastly, I want to mention Carlissa has a Facebook group. I don't know the name of it yet, but it's there. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to join her Facebook group. I heard it's going to be up Monday, perhaps. And in this Facebook group, every single day, you're going to get some type of post about nutrition. You see how I put you out there, girlfriend.
It's all good. It will be here. It will be there by Monday. It will be Inspire Her Wellness. Okay. Inspire her
Wellness.
And her is an acronym that stands for Healed, Empowered, and Restored. Okay.
Healed, empowered, and what was the other word? My ear went out.
Restored.
restored. I love it. I love it. For everyone that's watching, we're here every Friday, 7 a.m. We're talking about nutrition, holistic wellness when it comes to every part of your body. This is May, Mental Health Awareness Month. We're going to leave with a little outro, Renee, and then Carlissa. And what we're doing right now is we're here to empower you. We're here to challenge you. Renee, you're up for our outro, girlfriend.
Thank you. So we hope that we have touched you in some way about the importance of mental health awareness. And at Elevate 360, we are, as Tina said, we're holistic. So we stress the importance of the fitness, of the healthy eating, and the accountability so that you can overcome your mental health struggles and live a best life. And if you are having a mental health crisis at this moment, as it's saying on the screen, dial 988, and there's people there who will be happy to help you. Thanks.
Thank you, Renee. Carlissa, over to you, girlfriend.
Yes. So Renee said it best. If you're having a struggle right now, get help immediately. Also, number one, let's normalize talking about this. Let's
Oh,
have this
girl.
conversation.
That word was in my head. When you when you said it, it was in my head at the same time. Make it normal to be healthy.
Yes, let's make this conversation a normal thing. Let's stop making people feel bad if they're going through something, and let's just make this a norm. It's okay to get help. It's okay to talk about this. There's nothing wrong. Like, let's just make this a normal conversation because we are in a crisis and people are dying, from young people to older people. Like, suicide is real. And the last thing I would want is for anybody that I know, trust, or love to be going through something and I don't know. So open up. I'm an open space. I'm a safe space. If you know me, reach out. Don't go through this alone. And let's just make this a normal conversation so people can stop struggling in silence and in the darkness.
I love it. I love it. We are so excited to be working together. If you're interested in joining our community, so simple. Renee, can you put a link on the bottom there? I think you can join our community. As I mentioned, we have fitness classes. We have all the things. You can go to the website anywhere. I am stars with a Z, Tina.com on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor right now. Click subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, maybe you're on LinkedIn, maybe you're on Facebook, go over to my YouTube channel and click subscribe, because when you're on that website, you're going to get all the things that you need when it comes to your health, whether it's classes or workshops or whatever. All right, ladies, we are out of here. Are you ready for an amazing weekend?
Yes.
Yay! All right, guys. See you later.